All right, good Monday morning, everybody. How are we doing? Today is November the 30th. This is the last Monday of November. How about that? Welcome to another Monday morning coffee live stream where we will be tying some flies and drinking some coffee, having a little chat. Feel free to say hi, hello, how are you doing down in the chats. I'm pulling that up so I can see who all is joining us tonight or this morning. Speaking of tonight's, I do the live stream every Wednesday night from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock Central Time for my folks at the Project Healing Waters. We got our live stream pulled up and boop, 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 boop. There we go. Now we're hooked up, ready to go. Put that in its little holder. And there we go. So, good morning. Do-dee-do. Do-dee-do. Well, should be another adventurous week. No big adventures planned. Yeah, no snow on the ground. Just going to be cold and cold. But good time to tie some flies. Again, like we do most Monday mornings, I really have no actual agenda as to what we're going to be tying, but yeah, it's going to be what we come up with. So let's go ahead, flip around, spin my little butt around in my chair, and then we'll turn on our tying light and move my little heater back. All right, so what do we got today? I think I wanted to continue messing around with some of this rabbit hair that I got out and about. So let's grab, I want to get some, maybe a streamer hook. Small little streamer hook. Ooh, these look good. Let's go with these. We're gonna go kind of big tonight. Or today, this morning, tonight. Wow, I need to drink more coffee. Anyways, we're gonna be tying on some trout predator streamer hook number 2s. Let's tie a streamer. It's been a while since I've tied a streamer on a Monday morning. Normally we tie, very recently we've been tying a lot of Tenkara styles. North Wales, good morning. That's a number 2, alright. Compared to the 10s, 12s, etc., etc. Alright. Let's start with some thread. Let's go with our 210 black. And we'll start our thread up front. So during the off time, the last few days, I have learned, to me, a new algorithm for the Rubik's Cube, and I successfully shaved about 20 to 25, 30 seconds off of my cube solve time, which is wow. Okay, so I got some of this pink. Maybe we'll do something in a dubbing loop. How about that? Let's do that. Let's do a little bit of a flash tail. Let's not go all the way. Maybe we'll go all the way down the back. We are going to make it a streamer. And we'll just use some of this Northern Lights. Purple, purple. Purple, purple for the tail. I like this Northern Lights material. It definitely, it almost swims in the water like a light marabou. It doesn't, it's not super stiff. It definitely loves to swim in the water. So we'll just take a small batch. We'll multiply by dividing once. Alright, trim that loop. Now we've got twice as much. Is that going to be enough for our tail, or are we going to want just a little bit more? Because if we double it once more, we'll end up with twice as much. But will that be too much? I think that's going to be just fantastic. The reason why I trimmed that loop one more time, even though I'm just going to tie this in, I think it's actually going to look a little better on this side. If you just tie that bump in, you end up with a big old bump. And who the heck likes that? Let's go with about like that. Alright, get rid of this excess. That looks good. Borda. Am I pronouncing that correct? Is that Welsh? I guess that would be Welsh from Wales. Wales. Do Wales and Wales, do you speak Welsh? I guess that would be Welsh or Welshan. I don't know. I really don't know. Alright. So, let's do a little bit... Oh, I know. I got some flat tinsel somewhere. Let me grab some of that. Here we go. Who likes looking at antiques? I do. I love antiquing. Look at this. This is this is an old Herder's, but look at this. This is a embossed flat gold ribbing. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bit of this ready. We're gonna put this in as the body. A little ribbing for the body. That's going to be fun. Give ourselves a little bit of room. And like most ribbings, I like to tie them in on the side. All the way to the rear. We'll just let that hang out the back. Alright, so what do we want to do for our bodding? Ah, yes. Borda is Welsh for good morning. Well, good morning to Northern Wales. How is the temperature in Northern Wales? Are you guys... What's your latitude? See, here in central Minnesota, I am just a little bit north of the 45th. Just a little bit north of the 45th, which is a lot of fun. We like being up here. And I think I'm just going to take some of this rabbit that I've got. And we're going to just do this as a dubbing. We're going to do a nice little tight dubbing body. We'll see how that ends up. Got some of these little bits and scraps from being cut up. Yeah, we're going to do a dubbing loop at the end with a little collar. At least, maybe. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get some wax on our line. James Justice in the house. Good morning. Anyway, so I was saying this last weekend, I spent some time improving my Rubik's Cube time. I'm not like a world record guy. I'm not, compared to the actual speed cubers, I am considerably slow. I'm just going to take just a little pinch of this. Let's go with another little pinch. And I'm just cutting this right off of, it was a poorly cut Zonker strip. I'm just going to harvest what I can off of here. Ow, those scissors are sharp. Forgot these are the razors. There's really no good way to hold that. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to just mix that up a little bit. This is going to have just a little bit of that purplish hue in there. We're going to do a pretty tight, thin, compact dubbing noodle here. And we're going to have to reapply a couple of times. Here we go. And the thing with dubbing, it's a one-way twist. I'm not rocking my fingers like this. It's a one-way. If anybody has any difficulty with dubbing, less is more. Just little bits at a time. And you might have to find that you reapply it a few more times, but seriously, let's keep it simple, keep it sparse. Because what do we say around here? Sparse is narce. We like sparse. Because it works. If you go too dense with your stuff, you end up overworking stuff, and things become too thick and bulky, and it just doesn't swim right. In most cases, it is never ever all or none when it comes to fly tying. Never quite all or none. There's always exceptions to the rules. We're going to come up here and we're going to tie in a hackle. We're going to reverse hackle all the way back. Alright, I think that's enough for the body. Let's find a feather we can throw. So you're way north, 52 north. Oh, okay. I'm one of those weirdos. I can actually somewhat visualize where you are on a globe based off of longitude, latitude, somewhat, more or less. I mean, I can visualize the not the actual coordinates, but I can ballpark what side of the planet we're talking about. Let's get some of this. This looks like this might be our winner. Oh, I want something with a little contrast. I'm not liking this new arrangement, this new setup I have for my bench and my stuff for this live stream, because my bits and parts are a little bit, I don't know, away. Let's try just a black hackle. That's hanging out right here near us. This one. And we're going to want to, we'll tie it in by the stem up front. We'll let her taper down. Alright, let's go ahead and, yeah, right about there-ish. That'll do. There's no rules because we're just kind of freestyling. We're just kind of making this up as we go. Not making it up, but I don't know. I've definitely have tied enough flies out of the book. I've definitely have done my time as far as replicating other people's work. Because at a certain point, I believe one must just venture out and do their own thing. March to the beat of their own drum. Doesn't even have to be a different drum. It can be just as long as it's your own. Where's my coffee? Way over here. Alright, let's find our hackle pliers. And we'll give that a try. A pair of hackle pliers. I need to clean my bench. It is a hot mess once again, and it's a never-ending cycle with my bench. I'm not exactly a keep it tidy and neat and clean kind of guy when it comes to the bench. Space you all the way back. Narf. I suspected that was going to happen. And when that happens, that's our opportunity to silently swear in our own minds. This is the hackle pliers that I wanted. This is my preferred hackle plier. I really like the one with the rubber side and the brass side. Alright, let's try that again. Nice, even, open spiral, front to rear. Okay, and we'll lock this down with our ribbing. And it's one of those things that the less you think about it. Oh, and it snapped! Oh, that was going to be epic. Now we got to completely reconfigure something. Well, okay. We're going to have to redo something here. This is what you call a catastrophic failure. Alright, so that is essentially a waste of time. Alright, so let's go ahead and I think what I'm just going to do, this is what I do sometimes. Sometimes I'll just use my thread for a ribbing. So I am going to make a little dubbing loop, and I'm going to set that off to the side. Oh, oofta. Alright, so this is edit free live streaming. This is what really happens on a fly tyers bench. Because if you don't know, now you know. Alright, we're going to hang this up and off to the side. That'll be fine. Okay, and that's going to be fine. And I am going to just throw a half hitch in there. There. Alright, so we're going to run our hackle back because I really like the look of that. Alright. Okay, and then we can take what's going to be our ribbing. Oh. Alright. You know how when you try something, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't want to work. You can't get it to work. Let's just do our hackle up front. Keep it all up front. Nice big ball of hackle. Heck, we'll even just tie that all in. Haha. Here we go. It's not exactly what I had. Oh, a bucktail wing. Let's go ahead and we're going to reduce that head size down a little bit. We're going to throw a little bucktail wing on top of that. Good call. I'm just trying to reduce some of this mass up front because we're not going to do our head quite yet. We're going to untie and add, like our good friend Steve just suggested, a little bucktail wing. Why not? Here we go. That's the color I want on that. And what do we do with bucktail? You gotta clean it. And we'll run that through the hair stacker. I like that. I'll give that a nice clean tapered cut. I like that. Good call, Steve. Good call. Steve, I think you and I are a great combination because you love, or I love what you come up with as far as your little suggestions and comments and 5 cents. Keep throwing your 2 cents in. Eventually we'll get there to $1. No, that's good. I like it. Very nice. Let's throw a little bit of head cement up front. Some bone dry. Again, I always like to make sure my light is going to work before I apply my goop. And this is going to be a little bit of bone dry. A little drop, don't need much. Don't need much. Just apply it, smear it around. Good coverage. Oh yeah. I'll just set it and forget it. I like that. I like the way that turned out. I wish the ribbing would have held a little bit more in there, but yeah, it is what it is. That's a pretty fly, I'll tell you. I'll fish that all day. That's gonna have to find its way into the streamer box somewhere. Mm-hmm. So I got to looking this morning for some Cyber Monday deals, and honestly, I'm not that impressed. You know, I'm not that big of a shopper right now. There's not much stuff out there of too great of interest to me right now. But let's try something similar to that again. Let's go with that same hook. Hope that's not the same hook. Same packaging. This is what I was looking for. Size 2, and this is what I grabbed. 2/0. Ooh, that's too big. Alright, let's see, what do we want to do for this one? I'm thinking some legs on the back. Kind of like that hot pink color. I like the way that dubbing looked. idea. We'll run this all the way back again. Let's let's go with the same flash. I like that pink, or that purple Northern Lights flash, but I'm going to go just a little bit less. I feel like that first one was just a little too dense for my liking. And you guys know me, keep it simple, keep it easy, keep it sparse. Multiply by dividing. Cut that loop now, we got a whole bunch more. Yeah, that doesn't quite feel not quite as thick. We'll do about a hook's length. I like that. That's a lot. Comparatively, we're using a lot less material there, which is what I'm after in this particular instance. Alright, so this is my medium pearl tinsel. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put a medium pearl tinsel in here. We'll do a medium pearl. Give ourselves just a little bit more slack. Alright, so there's this is going to be one of our ribbons. And I'm also going to tie in some silver. There's some vintage silver. Alright, let's tie this in. Let's do that right next to it. Actually, we want to go on the far side. Because these are going to crisscross. I'll set that off to the side. Okay, now let's do our dubbing. And this is that same... It's off of a purple-pink dyed Zonker that's kind of towards the end of its shelf life as far as being usable. So I'm just trimming some of the pink and purple and having fun with it. Take a little bit of it, we'll mix it up. I like that. A little bit of wax on our line. Do a nice little tight dubby noodle. Boy, this is a big one. We went full length on this one. We're going to just make our nice and even body. Add a little bit more. just do a touch more, just a touch more. All right, let's try our little hackle game again. Let's find our fine feather. I think that'll do. I like to just trim off a little bit of that stem. Let's see if we get in nice and tight there. You can see those little barbs getting caught there. And that's what helps bite in on all this. All right, let's give this a try. There we go. Keep a good amount of tension on that. All right. And then I want to go this way with that, yeah? No. Go forward with this. Just let it all just kind of knock its way out and around. There we go. I know some people like to helicopter. I like to just come in with my nippers. The old nippers. When you get that one fiber that just doesn't want to do the right thing. All right, I like that so far. Good morning, Dan. Thanks for tuning in on this last Monday of November. It's the 30th. And then we're on to December. All right, let's I know what might look good in here. Some peacock swords. We're gonna put a little peacock sword wing on there. Let's dig out our peacock swords. Oh, that's going to be pretty. That's going to be pretty. Let's put these back. And I got to get my little... And my bag of... Or not my bag, in my little tube, I got a tube of peacock. Keep a little ball of cedar in there. Help keep it cedary fresh, I guess. Alright. But we wanted to add some of this. Like a big, big bunch of that. So what I want to do is this is kind of a scraggly little batch, so I want to kind of grab those tips as best as I can. Oh, that was my elbow. It needs a little underwing. So we're going to tie in just a little bit of an underwing to set that peacock on top of. And I'm just going to use a little bit of bucktail. Because if it doesn't have anything, if it doesn't have anything to sit up on, it's just going to lay right flat down. And where'd you get it? And it doesn't have to be too fancy of an underwing either. Not even going to stack it. I'll set this peacock row, a little batch of swords. I think that's fantastic. Modified salmon fly, exactly. When you just take little bits of all sorts of flies and just mash them all together, what do you get? You get a mashup fly. But you know me, around here I'm probably going to hit it up with some, hit some bass with this. Ah. By Jove, I like that. Let's see if that looks any different with a non-green background. Let's see. Kind of pretty darn nice. I like that. Alright, let's throw a little dab of head cement on Chion. And that's going to be that for that. I love what we come up with here on Monday mornings. Most are always a one of a kind, because we usually don't get too deep into tying multiples. But that's alright. That's alright with me here. Kind of a modified salmon fly, exactly. Boy, I think I like the way that turned out. We'll see how it looks with the white background. See, that just doesn't do us any good. I'm experimenting with different... That's with the blue. But one of the things we can tell, yeah, many one-offs. That's what we do. We do a lot of one-offs here. But the best part is the video archive of it all. So we will, even though it's a one and done, we got pictures and videos of it. Well, questions, comments, concerns, what do you think? Fantastic, I say. Well, I think we're gonna leave this one at that. If I'm a fish, I'm gonna take a swipe at it. Thank you, I appreciate that. We're gonna leave this at that. My wife actually has the day off today, so I'm not gonna try to cram anything else in. And my cup is gone. I've finished my coffee. And yeah, we're going to leave it at that. I've had a lot of fun this morning, and I hope you did too. The first fly, it kind of flopped. It kind of, I don't know. It gave us an idea, gave us a little thought as to what to move forward to for this next one. But I don't know. It's good stuff. We will be doing this again next week into December. Next Monday will be the 7th, and we have our first Wednesday night live stream coming up on the 2nd. So be sure to join me this Wednesday, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock Central Time Zone. Wherever you are else in the world, you'll have to do the math. But let's see here. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I've had a lot of fun, and we'll do this again next time. Peace.